afternoon for clicking in to ETBU Extra at goetbutigers.com. That's the new website for ETBU. So thank you for finding us once again here on Wednesday live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas, just in front of Lowe's. And if you're in the Marshall, Texas area, join us each Wednesday from noon to 1 and enjoy the great buffet here at CC's for $5, which includes the drink. Call it the Tiger Special, so to speak. Now, here on ETBU Extra, we're joined by one of the members of the ETBU Lady Tiger basketball team. Her name is Kaitlyn Packett. She is from Allen, Texas. Do you ever get kidded about being from Allen, and that's the home of Barney?
It's more of our football team. Everybody asks about our football team from Allen, 3 state championships back-to-back, and that's mainly what gets talked about. But my roommate, who also came with me, who played basketball our freshman year here at ETBU, also gets joked about it. We mess around with it all the time, and it's really funny to hear people talk about, oh, your football team is so good, and I mean, we got to live it, so that's what's best about it.
I have seen pictures of their football stadium. Kind of explain it to me. How big is it?
Well, it's big, but it only seats like 18,000 people. So
only 18,000.
Yeah, I mean, not that big of a deal. But there's a lot of different things that it has that a lot of others don't. I mean, it has like standing room and reserved home seating, and then visitor section, and then student section, and then it has like the walkout from for all the football players, and it's really different. I've never seen a stadium designed like that.
Visiting with sophomore Kaitlyn Packett, a member of this year's ETBU Lady Tiger basketball team, and a question I like to ask our athletes who come to ETBU: what drew you to come to the Hill to go to college and to play college sports?
Well, first, Coach Howard and the previous assistant coach, Stephanie Taylor, they came up to me and talked to me about coming to ETBU and just coming on a visit, see if I liked the campus and everything. And when I got here, I talked to some of the athletic trainers that were in the program already, and that's what I'm majoring in, and that's what I want to do. And I really got interested in how everything that they did on campus for the athletic trainers was. And then when I met the girls on the basketball team, it just kind of connected together, and I love the campus and everything about it, and I love how homey it is and how small, and how basically you can look to the left, look to the right, and know everybody that's on campus.
Being a sophomore and got some games under your belt, so to speak, what do you like about being an ETBU Tiger?
It's just the way we play, the respect that we have for each other, and how we always try and help each other up and learn from each other. And that's one of the things that I've always really liked about our team. When somebody's down, we can go over and talk to them. I mean, even if they don't take it the right way, they still understand. Like, even if they are younger and they're trying to talk to an older teammate, like, we communicate to each other, and that's one of the best things that we have on our team.
Of course, the Tigers are in the hunt to make one of those playoff spots into the year in the American Southwest Conference. The top 8 teams who finish in the regular season make it to the postseason tournament. How much emphasis do y'all put on that right now as a team, saying, hey, these some crucial games coming up. If we want to make the conference tournament, we've got to win these ball games?
Yes, sir. These next few games are really important. The one that we're mainly worried about is the one that's tomorrow, and we usually sit down and think about like the next game coming up, and then once we get past that game, we'll get to the next. And we know these last couple of games are really crucial to get into the tournament, but we also need to realize that we need to focus on, coming together and playing together to get these wins. And so we need to come even closer as a team to, get into that conference tournament and get focused on getting further in it.
Of course, the last time the Tigers were out, they lost to Louisiana College at home, and Kaitlyn came off the bench and had 12 points, all from three-point range. Tell me, what if I wanted to become a three-point shooter, what are some of the things I need to work on?
Just form and being confident in yourself. One thing that I always told myself is my dad is what got me to the shooter that I am today, and then just telling me to focus on, being confident in yourself and being confident in that you can do it and you can believe in yourself. And another thing is working on your form. That is like I shoot about 40 shots inside the paint before I even step out into like 15-footer range, and then I work to the 3-point range. And just getting your legs warmed up and focusing on the shot more than like more than it going in, just focusing on your form as you shoot the ball. And that's one of the things that I really did learn a lot from my dad, and he pushed me so hard, and that's how I got to be where I am today.
When you're out there on the court and you get the ball deep in the corner and no one's on you, are you thinking form and getting up and making the shot, or are you thinking looking for somebody else to pass to, or are you pretty confident yourself that, hey, I'm open, let's take the shot?
It really depends. Like if I'm wide open in the corner, like the first game at LC, at LC, they left me open 3 times in a row, and it's one of the things where you just have to make the right call on it. You know, you have to realize like, oh, I am open enough to where I can shoot the ball. And then there are some times when I catch it and I am open, but I see somebody running at me and I try to get it to somebody else. But it's really just a judgment call on whether I should shoot it or not. And I think I do a fairly good job. Sometimes I do, shoot it when I shouldn't. But we also have people that are on the inside that can help us out with that in a rebound.
Now, I noticed in your biographical information on the ETBU website, you played for a select team. Talk about that select team you played for and why you liked it so much.
My select team was one big group of sisters. We were crazy close, no arguments ever. Like, we hung out all the time. Like, it would be during the week of summer, and we would all be together that whole week, and then we'd travel for a tournament. Like, we never got sick of each other. It was crazy, and we're still really close now. We have group messages over text and all that stuff. And, there's a lot of differences from what happened. One of them had passed away before we came to college. And so we still talk about that and still have, importance with that. And, every Sunday we call each other and have group calls on and talk about stuff to what we can improve on in the game and all that stuff, and how the one that passed away is proud of us and everything like that.
I agree. Visiting with Kaitlyn Packett, member of the ETBU Lady Tiger basketball team. And something else I noticed on your bio, and I'm going to just kind of set up a situation here and see how you would answer it. I noticed you like to bake things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you're at the dorm and you're living in the UA apartments that has a kitchen, and you've got your teammates coming over. What would you want to bake for them to show off that you know how to bake?
The main thing that I like to bake is cookie dough inside of brownies. Like, you take a thing of cookie dough and you make the brownie mix, and then you put the cookie dough inside and you bake it for however long it needs to bake. And I've done it for my roommates a couple of times last semester and last year, and they fell in love with it.
So any type of cookie dough, or do you have a specialty cookie dough you like to put in the brownies?
It could either be homemade or it could be from a package. Normally, it depends on how much time I have. If I have enough time, I'll make it from scratch. But if I don't, I just get some cookie dough.
I think she has something there, folks. Brownie mix and putting cookie dough in the middle of the brownie. Next time you bake those, call the public relations office on the second floor of Marshall Hall, and I'll be glad to come down and taste them before you pass them out to your teammates, Kaitlyn.
Yes, sir.
Been with Kaitlyn Packett, member of the ETBU Lady Tiger basketball team. As you go tomorrow night to play the University of Ozarks, what's on your mind as a player and the rest of your teammates? What are y'all thinking about as you get on the bus this afternoon and travel?
Well, personally, I'm thinking about just being focused on, doing the things that we really need to do. And our focus the past week has been defense and rebounding, not letting our opponent get offensive rebounds, just boxing out and running down the ball and being focused on that and controlling the defensive end of our game, and being able, because offensively we can produce really well. It's just on the defensive end we need to stay focused and work all 5 as one, and just get the ball and go the other way. Basically, as a team, we're really focusing on coming together and working together and trying to be really positive on offense, and then get really down to the nitty-gritty on defense, like working really hard and being perfect. And that's one of the things that we've been trying to work on this past week in practice. And I think we have it once we get there to Ozarks tonight and we practice a little bit more. I think we'll have it if we all get focused.
Well, Kaitlyn Packett's been our guest. Kaitlyn, thank you for your time today, and have
Thank you.
a good game tomorrow night as you play the University of Ozarks in Conway. Been visiting with Kaitlyn Packett, a sophomore member of the ETBU Lady Tigers. She wears number 21, and if you get a chance to come to Ornelas when they're back home at the 1st of February, come and look for number 21 coming to the game, because more than likely she's going to hit a three deep from the corner. And she's been doing it very well of late in games for the Tiger basketball team. Well, coming up next on ETBU Extra, we're going to talk Tiger tennis with the head coach of the Tigers, Jeff Bramlett. And don't forget, each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m., we're at CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas, here at GoETBTigers.com on the ETB Sportsnet, talking Tiger sports. And if you can join us for lunch during the noon hour each Wednesday, you can get the buffet, including the drink, for $5. It's a savings off their regular price when you come and eat the buffet any other time. Back with more ETBU Extra on the ETBU Sportsnet in just a moment.